This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
My name is Lily, and I've had hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, for years. I finally found some relief since taking Cosentyx. Relief means I can show up more.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if you're allergic to Cosentyx. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. An increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like tuberculosis or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more, so your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit ServiceNow.com.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
Do the Eagles have enough depth on the defensive line? Welcome to Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Covering news, notes, and opinions on the Philadelphia Eagles right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm Phil Stifle. You can find me hosting shows also on the STT Sports Network. I got the YouTube channel linked below. Subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by Eagles 6 kickoff on September 4th. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And also we're going to be raffling off an Eagles football autograph by Super Bowl champions Cooper DeJean and Darius Slay live on that channel in just a few weeks. So you're going to want to subscribe to that YouTube channel. So just copy and paste it and subscribe. Guys, I want to get into something about the depth on the defensive line. Obviously, the Eagles lost 3 very huge pieces on the defensive line, and Brandon Graham to retirement, Josh Sweat to the Cardinals, and Milton Williams. Guys that accounted for about almost 1,500 snaps. And these guys were replaced, but how? And where are these snaps going to come from? So let's take a look at Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat first. Brandon Graham had 311 snaps. I forgot to even calculate Bryce Huff's 285 into this as well. So this is going to throw it even more of a little bit of a loop here. Basically, we're left with Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt from the defensive line from 2024 in 2025. Now Nolan Smith and Jalen Hunt are both going to take jumps in their snap counts. I could see Nolan Smith going from the 546 snaps he played maybe up to about 620, 630, which would cover Josh Sweat. But then you got to replace Nolan Smith. And you can see Jalen Hunt go from his 241 snaps maybe up to that low 500s like Nolan Smith. But that still leaves about 800 snaps out there. All right? That still leaves 800 snaps that need to be replaced. Now, you got Joshua Uche, who last year had about 250 snaps between the Chiefs and the Patriots. His best year, 2022, he had 375 snaps. And that was the year he had 11 and a half sacks. So even if he can get to 300 snaps, okay, let's just throw that number out there. That covers Brandon Graham. Now you're still looking for several hundred more. Now you got Aziz Ojulari. And Ojulari last year played 392 snaps, the year before 423. So he maxes out around 400 with that injury history of himself that he has. If anything, you want to only keep him about 350. So that still leaves a couple hundred more snaps to cover. Antoine Powell-Ryland, do we trust him as a rookie, as a 6th-round rookie, to really pick up that slack? Do we expect maybe Nolan Smith maybe a creep closer to 700? Are we confident with this rotation that Uche and Ojulari can maybe get to the 350, 400 mark on snaps? It makes me think, I know we're not going to go out there and get a Watt or a Hendrickson, the big name not free agents, guys that are available in trades right now. But I think it's something that Howie Roseman's going to have to look at adding, whether it's to an experienced player on the practice squad or another guy for depth. Because, look, I love the potential with Nolan Smith and J.Alex Hunt this year, and I think they're both going to have great season for the Eagles. But between Uche, Ojulari, and Antoine Powell-Ryland replacing Josh Sweat, Bryce Huff, and Brandon Graham. I know Bryce Huff didn't have a good year, but that is a lot of snaps to replace between those guys. So it's something that's curious to me. The other, on the defensive tackle position, obviously losing Milton Williams in his 501 snaps is not ideal. Jalen Carter played just over 800 snaps. Jordan Davis and Moro Ojomo both played exactly 388 snaps, and Thomas Booker had 166 snaps last year. Now, how are we going to replace those 500 snaps from Milton Williams? Now, I can expect Moro Ojomo maybe to, and I'm expecting Ojomo and hoping Jordan Davis can each bump up to about 500 snaps. That'd be about 115 snaps more for each of them, and I think Ojomo could do that. Now, Jordan Davis is the key. If he can handle that, that would be huge. If he can get to that 500 snap count, get right around 50% snaps played, that would be massive. But that still leaves 270 snaps for rookie Ty Robinson, the Vanilla Gorilla, and Thomas Booker, who only played 166 snaps last year. Is that enough? Do we think Thomas Booker, or Booker and Ty Robinson, can Ty Robinson play 200 snaps? Can he play that? Are we going to trust him with 300 snaps? In a perfect world, we'd see Jalen Carter drop from his 80% snap count, his 830 snaps, even a little bit, to keep him fresher and healthier. I know you want to play him as much as possible, but maybe you could see that. Do the Eagles have enough depth on the defense line? That's my question. And I would like to see them add one more. And don't. I know it's not a rumor. It's just, my gut feeling. There might be a chance we might see Brandon Graham come back late in training camp. I don't know. I just feel like he might have that itch. So we'll have to talk about that if that ever happens. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. Man, make sure you subscribe to the STT Sports Network, linked below, guys. Go Birds and Bubbles.
Choice Hotels get you more for your money so you can maximize any road trip. And as your vacation maximizationer, I'm going to make sure you hear the maximum sizzle of Comfort Inn's free hot breakfast. Let's get real close. Maximum apple. Now that's fresh crispimization. Maximum waffle. Hear that crunch. And that's maximum coffee. Oh yeah, that's the pour I'm talking about. Breakfast maximized before hitting the road. Check into more. Book direct at choicehotels.com.